I guess I'm supposed to just keep blabbing.
I get ready to hold. What?
Say,
Oh, that's good.
I care, but I'm like,
Celeste,
hey, how are you?
no way. You're
I
on the show.
know. I know. When
Oh,
I saw that, I was like, this is amazing.
well, I gotta introduce you a little bit. I don't know that much about her, trust me, but
I can put this on it. Somebody needs to be muted.
yeah, it's just you and me, right?
Yeah, but I think our host needs to, oh, there she goes. She's muted.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody. This is Dr. Celeste Payne, and I just met her like 2 weeks ago on a little Zoom call that we do where we're authors, which I really shouldn't be in the call, blab a little bit about what we're doing, and she knows it all. She knows all the programs and all this stuff. And then I went to networking with a twist, and I got to meet her. Now I got to give her all the time because I can blab all day about her, but. I'm so glad to have you, Doctor.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to be here. And I am a licensed professional Christian therapist. I'm also an educator. I am an author. And so I write mostly in the self-help genre, encouraging and empowering people. And today I'm going to be sharing a book that is near and dear to my heart because I wrote it during a time that I was discovering who I was and really learning how to embrace myself as a woman, as a strong woman, as a leader. And I wrote it because I felt that there are many women that I met who could relate to the book. And so, as I said, I am an arts educator, I'm an author, I'm actually an award-winning graphic designer, and I'm more recently have entered into the career of a Christian therapist where I really specialize in therapeutic art. And so I thought this book would be befitting, and it's called I Love Me Some Me. It's an empowerment challenge that has 5 steps to a healthier view of you. And so what I love to do is help people grow, find creative way to solve their problems, to heal, and even just learn how to even relax using art and practical strategies to help them move forward. So when I wrote this book, I was married at the time. I had my son was like in middle school, and I guess I was having like a midlife, I won't say it was a crisis. It was like a midlife discovery. And
Mm.
part of this discovery is who am I and how do I prioritize myself for me? Who am I and how do I prioritize myself for me? And so I was reading the scripture one day and I read Matthew 22:37 to 39. And it clearly says that you're supposed to love God, with all your heart, your mind, and your soul, and all your strength. And then he said the first commandment is that, and the second commandment is thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And when I went into that scripture, I was like, oh my goodness, there's a part that I skipped. And so I branded that commandment 1.5, which is that in order for me to love my neighbor, I have to love myself. And I realized that I did not love myself the way that God wanted me to love myself. And so the book is called I Love Me Some Me, The Empowerment Challenge of 5 Steps to a Healthier View of You. And there's 5 steps in here, and I'd love to share them with you and hope that you join me on this journey because there are so many of us who have not prioritized ourselves, not prioritized the love for ourselves, and we would really serve others if we loved ourselves. So the first step in the book is appreciating your strengths. And I was good at being strong for everyone else. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Being good at being strong for everybody else. Being good at being there for others, making sure that they don't fall, making sure that they don't slip. But for myself, I wasn't being strong. And so I didn't even realize that I had strengths And so I sat down and in order to be strong for someone else, you have to be strong, period, right? And so I went and wrote out a list of my strengths. And in step one, I do challenge the readers to find out what you're strong at. What are you strong at? How do you show up for others? What do you get celebrated for? And sometimes we don't even realize that people look to us for our strengths. And so appreciate how strong you are, appreciate how you show up for others, and find out what those qualities are. Because one, not only are those your strengths, but those are tools that you can use in your future to not only advance yourself, but even as we've been talking about books, you could even write a book and show people how to be strong in that area. The second step is take 10, time to affirm you. And many of us find it easy and even deem it right to affirm others. But when it's time to affirm, which means to build yourself up, to brag on you, to put some supports in place to let you know that you're doing the right thing and push you forward in your future, in your destiny, and your purpose, we find that that's robbery. And we say, you know what? I can't do that. I can't affirm myself because that's bragging or that's being arrogant. But it's not. It's taking time to speak over yourself, to build yourself up so that you can do what you need to do for others. It's almost like the adage on the airplane that is going down and the mask come down and they say, before you put the mask on someone else, make sure that you can breathe. And so that's what affirming yourself does. The third thing is stopping that chatter, that negative self-talk. And I was horrible at just allowing these negative words to just repeat in my head. And so the strategy that I took was I actually started writing down those thoughts and then physically with a pencil, replacing those thoughts with a positive thought. Because whether you know it or not, science says that we have up to 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of those, which can be up to 48,000 thoughts, are negative. And so we don't want to be to the point where most of our day is thinking of negative, because if you believe the adage that you reap what you sow, if you're sowing negative, you're only bringing negative back on. The next step is, this is step 4, is detox time. And this whole section deals with toxic relationships. And sometimes we are in toxic relationships and we don't even realize it. We're in situations that are not healthy for us. And because maybe our parents were like that, or everyone we know has been in those toxic relationships, we stay in them. And so in here, I give you a little guide to show you this is what toxic looks like. If you're experiencing this, then this is toxic. And you have to get the book to see what those are. And my last step is, shout it out, affirming others. This one is probably my favorite. And this included an art project with it. And so what we did was we took pictures of our friends and we wrote beautiful notes on them and wrote to our friends why we thought they were so special. And we affirmed other people. And we didn't do it to get any accolades back, but we did it to pay it forward to someone else and to actually give people what we hadn't been getting. And so I'm excited about this whole idea of loving myself, and I love me some me. I believe this is a movement for people across the country, across the world, and especially for women who struggle with their responsibilities as mothers, professionals, especially us power women. We are here to do that. And so I'm excited about that. And if you have any other questions, RJ, I would love to share those.
I got a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Man, you come through so well. The energy and enthusiasm you're bringing to this screen. I mean, I don't even know if I need you, but you're hired. That was a great job today. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
I'll see you
you.
next. I think I'll see you next Friday. I think, yeah, we'll be on there.
Yes, and definitely if anybody needs to get a hold of me, you can find me at drcelestepayne.com. And thanks again for the opportunity, and look forward to working with you in the future.